we the two recommendations covered by Rick. Thank you very much, Rick. MCWG produces recommendation, but it produces other things that are, you can view also kind of recommendation. We have a tracking and adoption focus group. The purpose of this group is to get feedback on the ongoing recommendation. If you are concerned with a point in a recommendation that you think is incorrect, incomplete, and you send an email to Ariana, to me, to Rick, this email will land in this focus group, who's going to look at it and say, wow, yeah, he's right. That's a good point. We have a problem here. We need to fix it. So we create a change proposal, and we submit to the plenary an approval for a correction. So all of those specifications are live. They are maintained. Being this point of contact is improvement. The other thing this focus and adoption group does is it has a survey that contains the list of all of the recommendations that are in the first 4 documents, we're expanding it. And if you respond to this survey and say, in my country, this MCWG recommendation, we fully implemented it. This one, we ignored it. This one, we are working on it. This one, we partially adopted it. And here is why we did not fully adopt it. You're going to do 2 things. You're going to judge where you at versus the MCWG recommendation. You're going to list the gap. Now, you may know those gaps, but you may want to communicate them to other people inside your country. And to say, here are some of the gaps we have from the MCWG recommendation. And responding to this questionnaire is an Excel spreadsheet. We process it, and we can display a dashboard where you get the 3 recommendations with the 3 set of recommendations with individual recommendation. And you see that there are some recommendation here. Use the source server option for server-side viewer. You see that the 6 countries who responded all said that we're doing this. To the contrary, use the IHE facade option. So it's creating a national server that is pulling the manifest and providing the Kido, the WADU Kido response, so that you can have a Kido WADU viewer and plug it to your national gateway and access all of the images inside your country. We call that a IHE facade option. We added it. There is 1 country who is working on it, and we said, yeah, why not? That's another way to interface software in a sharing way. However, all of the countries who responded saying, nope, we did not adopt that option. So you therefore can discuss it, understand why, understand that some of them are pretty good, others are a mixed bag, some ignored, some did it partially, some did it fully. So we maintain this to the benefit of the MCWG members, so they understand what the other countries are doing very quickly. And we are pretty soon going to make it publicly available. So you'll be able to browse this level of information. So that's the first group. The second group is a deployment group where we do 2 things. One, we help the clinician, and many clinicians give us a feedback that, hey guys, you've defined metadata so that we can query for imaging study and imaging report. You've defined the metadata, but it's not easy for us to understand what that metadata really mean. What does it mean to use it? What does it mean to manage it, and so that we create it correctly when we publish imaging manifest? So we have a quick user guide, really geared to clinician, not technical at all, but that cover a tutorial, give clinical example of the use of metadata in different clinical environment. So the country felt that this was a useful resource they could actually distribute to the clinician in their country and make them more capable to search and to know how to search the right imaging study for their patient if it exists in the patient record. So that's a quick user guide. The other one, our deployment. We sat down and looked at various ways to deploy MCWG, especially with risks and packs that may not be fully compliant. So you may want to put a gateway in front of those. So one country has defined, you will hear from it, it's France, has actually defined a gateway product. And is basically saying to the market, build a gateway. And here is a specification of the gateway, and we're going to actually fund you or give you a positive incentive if you provide that gateway, so that we have a large number of packs and risks that may not comply, that are compliant, and that can interface with the national infrastructure. So having such a common shared gateway we analyzed the concept starting from one country, and we created a generic description, if you want, that would apply to any country. Some countries say, no, we leave it to the vendors. Vendor may look at it, may choose to offer such a gateway product, and others may say, I'm not interested. That's fine. So different countries have different strategy, and that's what we have in market readiness and deployment tools. So you have a sense now what MCWG does. Major value. We think we would save typically 2 years on a national program if you have to redo all of the stuff which is documented here, plus all of the mistakes that you would do that you would have to correct. Okay, so we think this is a high deployment efficiency tool, and we are making this available to EHDS. We think that EHDS for EHR that are involved in national image sharing should rely on this approach. So it may come back to you through EHDS, but in the meantime, many countries say, hey, deployment of HDS in imaging, it's 2026 in gateways, and in general HDS is 29. So what do we do in the meantime? MCWG. So you're welcome to join. You now can join either as a vendor, as a clinician, as a hospital administrator, or as a national program as part of the core group with other national program. So it's fairly flexible and very open, and you can benefit from that community. So we want to stop here, give you a chance to take advantage of the break. Rick will further discuss all of this because we have collaborated heavily with the HDS. And you may also join the community of doers. Whoever you are, you don't need any special qualification. We welcome you. Thank you very much for this morning. Are there questions either on Rick's presentation or mine before you go and get your well-earned break? Otherwise, note your question. We have a session at the end. You're welcome. Thank you, Rick.